We're up to the night of Yom Kippur. Now, it's customary, many people wear what's called a kittel, which is a white garment on Yom Kippur. Why is that? Because it reminds us of what's called Big Demesim, the shrouds that they bury us in. So a person, when they wear shrouds, so to speak, it reminds them to be a little bit more serious with life. And some people have a minhag, the one that davens the Chazan Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur wears it, and when they blow shofar they wear it, and everything else under the sun. But the Rabbi writes the Chabad custom is only Yom Kippur, no other time. Not when they blow shofar, not when they're a Chazan, nothing. Just Yom Kippur.
Not even Pesach.
No, not Pesach at the Seder. The only time in Chabad we wear a kittel is actually on Yom Kippur. Except, the exception to that is if a Chassan got married that year and he wore a kittel at the wedding, so the first Rosh Hashanah, first Yom Kippur, he doesn't wear the kittel because he already wore it by his Yom Kippur, which was the day he got married. Now, when it comes to Yom Kippur night, the custom is Yom Kippur night we wear a talus. But you have to make sure to make a bracha before Shkia, because after sundown you can't make a bracha on the talus. So you have to come early and make a bracha on the talus. Then we said, okay, you have all the various tefillos of Kol Nidrei, and also that night, Yom Kippur generally we say Baruch Shem Kvod Malchus Leil V'ad loud. Why do we say it out loud? Because the reason why we say it quietly, we first need to understand. Why do we say a whole year? The whole year, the entire year, we say Baruch Shem Kvod Malchus Leil V'ad silently. So there's two reasons. Number one, because in Chumash it doesn't say it. In Chumash it says Shema Yisrael Shem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. V'Yahavta says Shem Elokecha. In Parshas V'Schanan. It doesn't say Baruch Shem. Baruch Shem was added later. But there's two medrashim. One medrash says that when Yaakov wanted to bless his kids, and all of a sudden the Shechina left him, he wanted to tell him Mashiach's coming, and the Shechina left him. So Yaakov Avinu thought, God forbid, there's something wrong with his children, spiritually. So the children said to him, Shema Yisrael, Yaakov is Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. We have the same God you have. So when he heard that, he said, Baruch Shem Kvod Malchus Leil, like so to speak, thank God. That's what one origin of it. Another origin of Baruch Shem Kvod Malchus Leil comes when the Medrash says the Moshe Rabbeinu went up to Har Sinai to receive the Torah. So we heard the Malachim, the angels saying, Baruch Shem Kvod Malchus Leil. So it says in the Medrash, Moshe Rabbeinu actually stole it from the angels and brought it back down to earth. So a whole year, we don't want to publicize the stolen goods. So a whole year, we said quietly, not to tell the angels we stole it from you. But Yom Kippur, the day of Yom Kippur, everybody's like angels. We don't eat, we don't drink. So everybody's like malachim, so we say it out loud. That's the two reasons. So a whole year we say it quietly because it's not in the Chumash or because it was stolen from the angels. And Yom Kippur, everybody's like an angel, so we say it out loud. Okay, next. There's the davening. Okay, now what's forbidden on Yom Kippur? 5 things are forbidden on Yom Kippur: eating, drinking, washing, wearing shoes, smearing with oils and with perfumes and all that, and marital relations. These are the 5 things that are biblically forbidden on Yom Kippur. The only thing you get punishable with Kodesh, that Hashem makes it die young, that's only for eating and drinking. But it's biblically forbidden all those other things, because why? The Torah says it should be ta'anu es nafshi seichem, you should afflict your soul. Besides no eating, the Torah also uses the expression you should afflict your soul. And the Chachamim defined what is the definition of affliction. So it says we're washing and wearing shoes and smearing with oils.
You wear a leather belt.
Yeah, you can't wear leather shoes. You can wear leather yarmulke, leather shirt, leather pants, not leather socks. Because leather socks are called shoes. But you can wear everything leather except shoes, because that's the comfort, is leather shoes. Today you have sneakers that are that are non-leather, that are more comfortable than leather shoes. So it's interesting. There are opinions in halacha that say today you're not allowed to wear sneakers. We don't hold like that. Most people don't agree with that. and as long as it doesn't have any leather at all, because let me jump the gun already. If any part of the shoe has leather, you can't wear it. Even if there's a little bit of suede on top, the whole shoe is, as long as there's any part of the shoe is leather, you're not allowed to wear it. Okay, now, how much, let's start go in order. Eating and drinking on Yom Kippur. Any amount of food, any amount of drink is biblically forbidden. Biblically forbidden. You don't get punished unless if you eat a kesevis, which we'll see exactly what it is. How much it is in measurements. But in addition to that, even a woman who's pregnant, nursing, unlike Tisha B'Av, where pregnant and nursing women have to fast, but Tisha B'Av, as long as you're sick, you don't have to fast. Yom Kippur, you're not allowed, in order to eat on Yom Kippur, you need to be what's called deathly ill. That if you don't eat, it can, God forbid, affect your life. Then you're not allowed to fast on Yom Kippur. But otherwise, whether a person's pregnant or nursing or just weak or whatever, according to halacha, it's interesting. According to halacha, it's better to lay in bed a whole Yom Kippur and not daven one word than have to go and eat. It's better for a person to lay in bed, not go to shul at all, not to daven, in order to fast, if that's what it takes, so to speak. Now, as far as eating is concerned, we learned already different times, there's an amount called kesevis. Kesevis in practical language is a little bit less than 2 ounces. It's less than 2 ounces. For how much is drink? What is considered drinking that you biblically get punished? That you get kares? A cheekful. Every person based on the size of their cheek. You have a big mouth, you can eat more. You have a smaller mouth, you can eat less. By an average person, it's less than, it's more than an ounce. Okay? It's very revius. By an average person, the Gemara says it's the majority of a revius. The revius is 3 ounces. So 1.5 is already the cutoff point by an average person. So therefore, there are certain times, and also we learned by Pesach and other places, that in order to be considered eating, let's say you need to eat 2 ounces to be chayiv kares min hatayra. But the 2 ounces has to be eaten in a certain amount of time. You can't eat a 1/4 ounce now, 10 minutes later eat another 1/4 ounce, another. It has to be within a time frame that's called Kedei Achilas Pras. What is that in minutes? Is an opinion from 2 minutes to 11 minutes. But we'll say, let's say, the average of both of us can say between 4 and 7 minutes. Okay? That means if you're eating an amount that's forbidden to eat on Yom Kippur, that would you get punishment for? It has to be eaten within 4 to 7 minutes. If it's eaten over 10 minutes, then you're not going to get punished. So therefore, what happens very, very often, people need to eat and drink. The doctor's forbidden to fast, whatever the situation is. So most of them, everybody has to ask their own personal question, but generally speaking, if a person eats 1 ounce of food, which is less than the amount, and 1 ounce of liquid. Now liquid and food don't combine to make the one amount. Food is one thing and drinking is something else. So if a person has, again, you're not allowed to do it unless you have a heter from a Rav and it's really dire needs. But if somebody has 1 ounce of food and 1 ounce of liquid, yeah, and they wait 9 minutes, which is over the 7 minutes, and then you do it again, and again wait, and again. So that's the better way of doing it rather than just eating the full amount. There's even people that must eat most of the time, because I'll give you a simple example. A slice of rye bread is about 1 ounce. So somebody can eat a slice of rye bread with a whiskey glass of mashke with, let's say, orange juice. Yeah, one little mashke cup with orange juice, and then 9 minutes later do it again and again and again. That's much better than eating a large amount at one time. What?
toothpaste and mouthwash aren't food?
Yeah, but that's another issue because you're washing your mouth. One of the things you can't do on Yom Kippur is wash your body. Washing your mouth is also called washing. It doesn't have to be water and soap. It could be, so it's not because of eating and drinking, because if you don't swallow it, it's not called eating and drinking. Okay.
So the person who eats bread is Salmon?
Yeah, we'll learn that.